If you're a regular on the channel, you will know one of my king hates is weak tires on an e-bike. These monster trucks are sometimes getting up to around 28 kilos. And look, we need tougher, burlier tires, more braking power, more traction. Enter the Eddy Current, the first specific e-bike tire from Schwalbe. But is it any good?
So the Eddy Currents, are they any good? Oh look, these tyres are next level, riders, and what the e-bike industry's been needing. If you're a fan of the Magic Marys, well, Mr. Eddy is Mary's older, scarier, burlier brother. He's who you want backing you up when things get nasty and leery. Traction for days, super confident. I love these tyres. Back to the studio for the full review.
Riders, welcome back to Sam's Bikes, where we only talk e-bikes. And on this episode, we're doing the 1 month and 450k review on the Eddy Currents front and back. We're also, thanks to Schwalbe, giving away 2 sets of these new tyres. And if you're watching the premiere of this show, I am online right now, so ask me anything. The first thing I noticed when riding the Eddy Currents, just how much traction and confidence you get from these tires. But also, they've done some funny thing with the soundproofing. It's like when you're riding, Schwalbe's just turned that volume down on the trail, which I really like. The Eddy Currents are a super stiff tire with the gravity casing, and it can give your bike a bit of a harsher feeling, which I don't think is a bad thing. You might need to play with your suspension a little bit and your tire pressure. Look, for how many years I don't remember, I've been running 24 at the front, 28 at the back. And on the Eddy Currents, I'm down to 20 and 24. And I reckon there's room to still go down lower. I'm gonna keep on testing, I'll let you guys know, but that is definitely a plus, because if you drop the tire pressure, you get more traction. These tires aren't the best rollers in town, but to be honest, we have a motor to help us get back up, so it's not really a problem. And also, when things get rough and rowdy, I would prefer a big burly tire to back me up. And I have to say, 450 Ks on this tire, I have had 0 problems. Okay, let's talk about the tires a little bit. Schwalbe knocked it out of the park with their branding. I mean, these tires, the box just really, I love it. The 80s style, I love it. And let's open them up. Okay, so let's look at the front tire. The Eddy front has a chunky square pattern on the edges and then a 2-3 pattern through the middle. Straight out of the gate, you notice just how much traction and confidence the Eddys bring to your game. I also like the profile, so the round shape of the tire on the Eddy Current over the Magic Mary. The Magic Mary is more like a Bart Simpson haircut, or maybe a little bit like my haircut at the moment. It goes straight up and sort of flattens off at the top. And then the Eddy Currents sort of go up and just curve all the way around. And I find that the Eddy Currents give me more traction all the way through the corner, not just on the edges. For me, the Eddy Current rear is the standout. The Eddy Currents take a lot of inspiration from moto, but for me it's much clearer on the rear tire, just what these new e-bikes are made for. We all know the back tire on an e-bike gets a hammering, so it's super important to have a good tire on the rear. The Eddy is a winner. Okay, I'm gonna put it out there, riders. For me, on an e-bike, this is the best rear tire on the market right now, period. Also, riders, if anyone's thinking about trying the Eddy Currents and you're running a mullet setup, 29, 27, I really recommend trying a 2.6 at the back, because I find a 2.6 makes the bike more responsive, and when things get really rowdy and rocky, the bike doesn't bounce around so much. I think with the 2.8 tires, you actually get rebound out of the tires. I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, but when you're hammering down a hill and you hit a rock on the rear tire and you hit the left of a rock, you get that the whole bike pushes out to the left or pushes out to the right. And I find I do not get that with a 2.6. Okay, everyone's probably thinking, how do they wear? Look, I've done 450 Ks on these tires, and on my local trails is the only place we're allowed to ride at the moment. My local trails are hard pack with some nasty loose sand over the top. And I would say the rear is about 1/3 worn, maybe. I reckon you're probably gonna get 1,200 to 1,500 Ks out of a back, and probably 1,500 to 2,000 out of a front. But obviously that depends on where you're riding and how you're riding. The Addicks rubber is the second most soft compound Schwalbe offer, but I didn't find it super fast wearing. It seemed pretty normal for me for an aggressive enduro style tire. But I did notice at the first like 50 Ks on the front tire, I started getting like the rubber sort of wearing away a little bit on the, right on the edge knob, but that was just the tire kind of like bedding in or something, because that's gone now. And anyone that's ridden Marys a lot, back in the day, people used to complain a little bit about the tires wearing too fast and the side knobs breaking off. Look, with 450 Ks on these, I have not seen any of that. So I think Schwalbe's fixed that. In my unboxing video, I said I was going to do 2 weeks on the Eddy Currents and then 2 weeks on the classic Magic hand setup. But to be honest, riders, I didn't really want to take the Eddy Currents off my e-bike. And also I'm testing the Max Power from Commensal, and I decided that bike needed better rubber, so I put them on the Max. And how have I found them? So I've done about 150 Ks on the Magic Mary hands. Look, I can't fault it. If you were asking me which setup I would go for the Eddy Currents, definitely. But if you're a rider that likes to do more trail orientated, you're gonna get better rolling resistance out of the hands Magic Mary, definitely. You're gonna have the same super gravity casing, but they're just gonna roll a little bit better. Super hardcore, downhill, super enduro, go for the Eddy Currents, and more trail riding, Magic Mary's hands are a great option. So just so this doesn't sound like a massive Schwalbe ad, how do they compare to the classic Maxxis DHF 2.5 DH casing? Look, this is a great tire and a classic tire. I've been riding this for a long time. They weigh very similar, 1,300 grams in the DH casing, both of them, well, in the super gravity and the DH casing, so similar weight. They wear, I believe, very similar, so you're probably gonna get about 1,500 or 2,000 out of a front tire. I noticed that I could ride lower tire pressures, especially on the front with my Eddy Currents, so that's a win there. And also, at the moment, Maxxis don't have that many tires with the thick casing. So the Eddy Currents have more options, so they win there. Both great tires. I think there's more size options right now with the Eddy Current. Okay, riders, one thing I wanted to mention. You might have seen my video where I tried to fit these and show it on the video, and I failed miserably. These are quite difficult tires to get on the rim. I have a little hack. The first hack is ask your wife. My wife helped me and she was really good. The other one, if you're on your own, basically get the tire as far on as you possibly can. And what I found is when I was getting it on, the other side, because the tires are so stiff, the other side would start popping out. So grab yourself a tie wrap, put the tie wrap around the tire, tighten it up really tight, and then use both your hands to finish off putting the tire on. I did that actually on the second time I had a go at it, and it worked like a treat. So that's a Sambo tip. The new Eddy Currents come in a front and back specific tire in loads of different sizes. They all come with the Addicks soft compound and super gravity casing. I'm riding the 27.5 2.6, and they come in at 1,300 grams. Very similar weight to a Minion or a Mary with similar casing. Riders, these e-bikes are monster trucks, super heavy, and look, don't try and save weight on tires. In my opinion, the best investment you can do for an e-bike is upgrade the tires and the brakes. Okay, and the moment everyone's been waiting for, the giveaway. Look, thanks so much for everyone that's entered their competition, and I couldn't decide. We had over 60 or 70 entries and they were all very good. So I picked 7 and I've cut them up and I put them in a hat. And funny enough, it's a Schwalbe hat. So I just wanted to read out the entries and then I'll put them back in the hat and we will draw 2 winners. Number 1, Richo Behrman. Sorry mate if I got your name wrong. Hey Sam, I have a turbo lever. I think the Eddy Currents could be good value and a good choice for my gravity riding on my home trails. We have lots of roots and rocks and I'm sure that those tires would be the best for me. 68-year-old grandpa and my Canevo. Best regards. I like to watch your show and wish you all the best. Thank you mate and congratulations, 68 and still riding. That's amazing, love to see that. Number 2, Rod West. Looking for some Schwalbe rubber because I'm sick of the Maxxis blubber. Ooh, controversial, I like it. Number 3, James Wiley. According to Wikipedia, the eddy current creates a magnetic field that opposes the change of the magnetic field that it creates. Thus, the eddy current reacts back on the source of the magnetic field. On that basis, which I have no idea what it really means, I will settle for the fact that it has something to do with electricity, that I must therefore need a set of these tires for my e-bike. James, very good. You confused me, and to be honest, I was looking at doing something clever at the start of the video, but I couldn't understand what an eddy current was. Number 4, Michael Texetta. Hey mate, the tires are perfect for my e-bike. With the grip, I can draw my trails in the mountains and leave my mark on the world. Michael, very poetic, I like it. Number 5, Kitty 1984. I would love a set of Eddies. Shh, I just want it for the cool looking box. Kitty, I know what you mean mate, it's a great looking box, good luck. Number 6, Joseph Wright. Everyone says Maxxis are the best, but quite frankly, I'm tired of mine. Eddy Shreddies for the win. And number 7, Fraser Thompson. I need some so I can get rid of my specialized butchers. The only thing they butcher is me when they wash out. Okay, riders, now there's the 7 entries, and I thought they were all very interesting entries, and so now they're getting, look at this, all in here. Okay, riders, we have all our entries in the Schwalbe hat. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab 1 here. And the first winner is Kitty 1968. Mate, congratulations. And let's go for another one. Give it a little shake. And we have one more here. And the second winner is Fraser Thompson. Congratulations to you as well. So please guys, email me at samwordley@gmail.com with the sizes and your address, and I'll get those tires out to you. So I'd like to thank everyone again for entering, and Schwalbe for giving away the tires. And the conclusion on the Eddy Currents. After 450 Ks, I really like the Eddy Currents. I love the fact that you can run lower pressures. I like the fact that they're stiff and they're really responsive. I will be, from now on, riding these on my bike. I'm not just saying that, they are great tires. And riders, if you have any questions, put a comment below or hit me up on Instagram. I reply to everyone. If I don't know, I'll find out for you. And if you haven't seen my 100K review on the Max, click on the link up here. And if you haven't seen my best picks for 2020 trail e-bikes, click here. And thanks for watching. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And I'll see you next time.